Hello, hi, how are you guys and girls? So today I was not able to make videos for a few days because I was traveling. So I thought I'll make a video today. And the topic of the video today is so some people ask me about why move back, why move back to India when you cannot live in your hometown or a native place. So I'm going to explore more and give you my perspective on it, and we'll discuss more about it and see how it goes. Before we start again, as I always say, these are my personal views. So you may learn from them, and you may like some of the things I share with you. Some of the things you may not agree with me, which is perfectly fine. This is just to give you some perspective and hope it helps someone out there. So the topic is why move back to India when you cannot go to or live in your hometown or a native place. So the classical problems I'm discussing here is people who are in the IT or some other career job profiles, right? Where you don't have much companies in your hometown or the place you're from. Like in my case, I'm from Indore. There are some companies in Indore which does the IT, like service-based companies, Infosys, TCS, and those kind of things. But what happens is like when you go to US or some other Western countries and you gain some experience, the challenge comes is like you don't have that kind of job profile available in your hometown. In a nutshell, you don't get paid that kind of money in your hometown, so you don't get to make that much money. So the challenge comes like, oh, I want to move back to India, but I'm not going to be living in my hometown. So essentially, what I was looking for to go back to my hometown and be closer to my family, my parents or my relatives or blah blah blah. I'm not going to be able to do that if I'm living in a city like Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, unless you're from those cities, right? That's a real challenge. I dealt with that too. So it's not something you're not right or wrong. It's just like, here's the situation, right? If you keep looking into this, right, that why should I go back? Bangalore, I'm going to Bangalore, so why should I go? I'm not living close to my family or in my hometown. You will never be able to come back if you think like that. So when I was coming back, a lot of people told me the same thing. You're from Indore and your job would be in Bangalore. So what is it worth moving? Because you're anyways not spending time with your family as much as you can if you're in a hometown. So answer to that question is, for me, what really mattered is moving back to India. Okay. There are few people who can definitely move back to their hometown depending on their situations. Like a lot of things comes to this, right? So one is like, are you from those cities where there are a lot of IT jobs or jobs for your own situation or your own career there? Second is, are you in the stage of your career where you are like, okay, whatever I'm making, if I'm making a living in my hometown, that's good enough. So if you're in that kind of mindset, you can definitely do that. To be honest with you, I'm not. So I feel I still need to keep working and make some more money for my family and my future. So I came back and I'm okay to go to any of these cities. I'm okay to go to Bangalore and work there. Now you may ask, doesn't it defeat the purpose to move back to India? No, it doesn't. I tell you why. So the purpose will be different for different individual. My purpose was to be back here so that I can visit my parents or my friends and my family more often during their difficult times or good times and all those sort of things, and attend some key events. So it is very much possible from Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, or any cities you're living in. I'm taking example of my hometown Indore. So it's like 2 hours flight. I made up my mind a few days back to come back to Indore from Bangalore, and I just booked a flight uh, a night before, with like maybe like 5 hours, 7 hours, or 8 hours before. And I was in the flight next day and I was in Indore. It was that easy. Can you do these things from any of the Western countries or America? You can, but it's not that easy. Given the flight ticket prices, given your schedule, the time to travel, and all those things matters. Here, when you're living in these kind of cities, you can travel back and forth as the situation arises. So that's one benefit. Second, I give you example of my friend. He's living in Bangalore. His dad is dad needs to have a cataract surgery for eyes. Now he just flew from there, came here, was there for 1 week, helped his dad with all those things. He had a surgery, everything went well. His dad is doing well, and he was okay. Things are fine. So that's second benefit, that you can come back here and be with the be for the thing or situation you want to be here. Third is like, it is easy to move your family member or dependent or a parent or somebody who you really want to look after or give the caregiving kind of thing with you to those cities. Like, I know I met recently a person who's from Indore, and his family or his parents are living with him in Bangalore. So again, it's an adjustment for the parents, but it's possible for them. It's India, they can come back to their hometown wherever they want. They can go back forth. Culture is mostly similar. Definitely Bangalore is a little different city than Indore, but at least some similarities are there. Okay, so given all this, fourth point is education, right? Your kids are going to CBSE, ICSE, those kind of schools in Bangalore, unless you chose for IB board, which is again available in those small cities. So even the education system is more or less same. So you can eventually, if you want to come back during your kids' education time, you can come back. Now let's look at the fifth scenario. Imagine you're retired, or you want to settle back in your hometown. That's again easier because you are already been in the system in India, and you can come back and you just life in India in your hometown. Now look at the scenario when you're in America and your kids are well settled, done with the schooling, working or married or whatever. Now you want to come back and settle in India. It's going to be really tough, as I feel, because you spend most of your life in America or Western country where you got adjusted to the system. Now coming back to India will be a little difficult for you. Now if you're living in a city like Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, you already aware of the things, most of the things you're aware of. So it's not like a shock for you, so you will be able to adjust. So all in all, what I'm saying is, if you really want to live in your hometown, that's your dream, you need to make some sacrifices. And that's only one sacrifice you will be making. The big sacrifice, which definitely matters in your life, that's a financial sacrifice. You'll definitely make less money. If you're okay with that, well and good. Then you can settle in your hometown. You'll not be having any problem. Kids education wise, you will find all kind of school in every town nowadays, so it's not a big deal. Future perspective, nobody knows for kids, what they want to do, where they'll go, what area they'll explore. My gut feel is our next generation, our kids, they will be doing totally different things, so we don't know what they'll be in. So I cannot say that particular thing they would choose better to be in Bangalore or Mumbai, Pune, or in a small town. You never know how things are changing. So given all that, I would suggest you, if you want to come back, don't just hold it on that I'll go back only to my hometown, otherwise I'll not go back. If you do that, I don't know, then would you be able to ever come back? Because the time is ticking, and ticking away, and if your kids are growing up there, you're losing the opportunity to come back every year because they'll get adjusted to the system more. And there'll be a point when you say, okay, I made enough and I want to go back to my hometown and settle there and make less money, is fine. But your kids, in that case, will be like at the age they don't want to come back. So consider that situation. You need to choose basically, I don't want to use this word, but like no level, which one is better, living in Bangalore or India, some big city like metro, versus in those countries, depending on you and your family and your kids. But again, I would suggest don't worry too much about it, that I really want to go back to my hometown. What if I just settled in Bangalore and not able to go to my hometown ever? Compare that with, what if I'm just in America or I'm just in Western countries and never able to go back to India itself, right? At least you're in India, you need to find a middle ground. That you cannot get everything, that's for sure. Where you are, is it better than here? And then from there you can make decision and get wherever you want to be. If you just want to jump from there to your hometown and just stay there, I don't know how it'll work out. I hope best for you and your family. But if you're just holding on to the decision that I'll never do it unless this will happen, then chances of you doing that is very less. That's my honest opinion to you. I have been through that. I was thinking about it. I thought about it a lot, had discussion with friends. A lot of my friends wanted to say that, why don't you make so much money and then retire in your hometown? Yeah, in your dreams, it'll never happen. The moment you start saving that money for your retirement, your kids grow up and then you will not be able to come back. So you're going in the loop, like, basically, so I don't know, man. It's a difficult choice to make. I'm with you. I have been through all these ups and downs, decision making, understanding what is good for family, bad for family, living in my hometown. Yeah, but to be happy with what you can get, the best possible thing. At least you're in India. Be happy about it. Be honestly, you'll be much happy once you're in India. I know you'll not be your hometown, but at least you're closer. That feeling of getting closer is like very important for you and your family. People can rely on you. Call away, you can come back in like few hours. That makes really big difference in your life. Would you come back for every such small thing? That's a different discussion depending on your job, your time. But at least having that flexibility gives you a lot of peace to you and your family. Your parent can visit you there, or your family member can visit you in the town where you're living, like Bangalore, and you can get them the medical help there. Be with them, go to the hospital, all those things, can do it. So yeah, that's what I want to give my perspective on it. Again, I don't know it's right or wrong. I was trying to find the common ground. That's what it is. I think in the life you just have to find the common ground with everything. That's what we do, the balancing act. Just do that, and see how it goes. Thank you for your time. Hope you find what you're looking for. All the best and God bless you.